those are motherfucking double D's, my G. Like, those are fucking juicy cupcakes on your fucking chest. So if we want to be talking about tits, I would say let's examine your first. Yo, what's Gucci, guys? So today I want to talk about how not to deal with negative feedback or negative criticism or, hate, whatever it is. How to approach such situation. And we're going to be using Mr. Wes Watson, or aka Wet Watson, because he wet his motherfucking panties like a schoolgirl, right? Let's watch what he did and let's use it as a lesson on what you should not do, aka make a whole 9-minute video on how you don't care about the people who hate on you. I get the mentality, I don't like the execution.
Oh my God, do you guys realize when you come to my page to comment, I own you. None of my people go to anybody else's pages. We're just on this page crushing it, and our page is blowing our shit up. We don't go DM anyone, comment on anyone's shit. We don't go negative comment places. When you come to my page and take your time, I'm running you. I own the real estate in your mind. It's sad.
So he's saying the right things. Okay, that's the funny part. He is saying the right things, but I can see that there is a certain cognitive almost dissonance between the fact he's saying those things, but he's not acting according to those things, right? They're lower, they're below you. You view them below you, right? That's the truth. You view them below you. So why the 9-minute video? Why the 8-minute video once again?
Bunch of liberal fucks, straight up. Ain't no real motherfucker doesn't want to be a swole ass man walking around all jacked. But guess what? The people I talk to, those are the 1% or less.
You can maybe make an assumption that most men want to be in shape. Yeah, okay, fair. But to say they want to look like you, he looks like his body is a swollen tip of some fucking swollen tip that's about to explode.
The worst part about this is those comments are all bots. There's very few real people. And the few people that tried to call me out, don't those dudes have tits too? Why doesn't anyone ever pull up? I go to Elevation Gym at 5 a.m. on weekdays and 8 a.m. on weekends. Just pull up. Just fucking do it and quit talking in the comments.
He's literally going out to the world and saying, hey, I am bothered. Like he's literally vocalizing it to the world. Like, this bothers me. Please, I can, break you in real life. I can do this to you, pull up on me, this is my address, this is where I'm at. So there's a lot of desperation, and no one's gonna look at that and think, wow, that's he's tough, or he's strong, at least like he's mentally tough. Like, no one's gonna think that, because yeah, he's physically tough, he went from prison, whatever the but mentally there's a lot of insecurity and there's a lot of coping. When it comes to criticism, there are a few things that you need to, or criticism or negative feedback, you need to, first of all, if you even give a that's first, right? Where is this feedback coming from? Is it coming from someone who maybe has a solid reasoning with what they say? Maybe they are saying something that has merit to it, right? Maybe it has merit. Or is it just someone who seems very emotionally agitated or very emotional? I mean, you can tell that a message is coming from a very emotional place. So you decide the motive, you decide the intention, you look at the message, you look at the feedback of a person, whether it's in person or in the real life, in your private life, or fucking YouTube, wherever it is. You decide your behaviors based on what you see. So when you are dealing with a person who, is flaming you, just insulting you, there are two options that are really the best to do. You either don't take that shit seriously and you play with it, you have fun with it because maybe you're bored. So with certain individuals, you really just have to gauge how desperate this individual is, how nonsensical the feedback is. Maybe there's no feedback, it's just garbage. If it's garbage, most of the time, it's not worth responding to. Most of the time, garbage is not worth responding to. If the feedback is good, maybe there is logic to it. This person tries to kind of convey something that maybe you're doing, that it could have been done better, or maybe you have done something that maybe there was a negative consequence. You can listen to it and decide how to tackle it.
Just fucking do it and quit talking in the comments. I don't go in no comments and talk shit. I don't even go to anyone's page and say I'm gonna fucking do all this shit. But that's the whole point. I ain't a fucking bitch who just goes in comments and DMs and talks.
It's a good thing that he doesn't go out and DM people or like message, obsess about others. That would be weird. There is a bit of coping. If I was in his shoes, let's say, and I did something, and I genuinely had the mentality that he has, which is I'm not gonna apologize, I wouldn't even acknowledge it. Like personally, I wouldn't even acknowledge it. I wouldn't spend 9 minutes of my time talking how little I care or how they have tits, how people have tits, and I'm not gonna apologize. I mean, the reality is your silence is gonna speak volumes. Your silence literally means you're not gonna apologize.
Still got tits, still broke, still living a fucking stupid ass life. They're just gonna hate on you. But it's all good, because guess what? My houses just get bigger, my cars just get better, my audience just gets bigger, it's not shrinking. For every million losers that fucking come talk shit or view my shit, I get...
Why mention your bank account? Why mention this money? It has nothing to do with shit, right? It has nothing to do with your core, it has nothing to do with your spirit. Keep that fucking shit away, because it doesn't mean shit. It's not going to prove a fucking point.
Stupid, straight up. You want to have the real Wes Watson come talking shit? Come say it to a motherfucker's face. Any of you bitches, straight up. What do you want? This is the thing. When I'm on stage, same motherfucker. When I'm off stage, same motherfucker. And if anybody does ever want to come test me...
People view hate as something bad. Most people are scared of receiving hate. They're scared of receiving dislike. They're scared of receiving negative attention. Most people want positive attention, and that's fine. And you see this with celebrities. Logan Paul, great example of that shit. He only wants to receive positive attention, and which is why you see those celebrities or you see those kinds of people trying to adhere to a certain way of being to appease other people, to avoid the negativity. That takes away from your authenticity. You are not being really real with yourself and with people. People are flawed. Do you know what I'm saying? People are flawed. All of us are fucked in some type of way. So for you to be genuinely this perfect individual, you know, and sometimes you see there was this podcast motherfucker who was this angel. He was a fucking angel. He acted like an angel. He said the right things. He never swore. He was always good. And I thought to myself, every prick is a fucking douche in some type of way. So what the is his problem? Guess what? Came out the motherfucker was a serious scammer and a liar. Most people who did something in life or made an impact had shit ton of haters. That's literally the ratio. That's how this shit works. You have haters and you have people who like you. If you had experience with that kind of thing, you will quickly understand that you could literally be saving cancer. You could be out there saving cancer, and some person will come up to you and tell you to go f*** yourself because you're saving people. There will be people like that. So no matter what the f*** you do, you will not appease people. You're not gonna make everyone happy. It's not possible. You're not gonna always receive positive feedback. You need to come to terms with this realization. The bigger you are, the more hate you're gonna get, and the more love you're gonna get. This is just this is how this works. It goes hand in hand. How many times have you held your opinions because you were scared that if you go on a stage or you get somewhere, people will dislike you, people will get triggered? Well, f them. That's how you should say. F them. Mr. Motherfucking Wes Watson tries to talk about this, but he does not live it. He, as we see, 8-minute video of just shit talking and saying people have tits. Those are motherfucking double D's, my G. Like, those are fucking juicy cupcakes on your fucking chest. So if we want to be talking about tits, I would say let's examine your first. So if you have any questions, always ask down below, or even just give me your input on this situation. Give me input on him crying, because I'm sure it's gonna be juicy. Anyways, guys, I'm out. Bye. I'm bouncing.